evening, race fans. I'm Pirate here, Black Flag Racing TV, and I want to thank all you fans of Euro Tripz for fucking up my Friday by starting an hour earlier. No, shit happens. It is what it is. Anyway, we rolled Jeddah. I would have stayed online, but I had some technical issues I had to deal with. No pre-race shit to be going on with, but this is week 7, mystery week. It's not mystery anymore. We are racing at Jeddah. I'm going to be brutally honest. I set up a wheel with 11 Monacos on it and then just the other tracks. And then I realised how much I hate Monaco and how boring it would be having to talk about essentially a time trial followed by some crashes. So here we are. It is what it is. I haven't really got much to tell you. We're not going to bother looking at league tables and stuff. It's mystery week. We're going to do something a little bit different. So they've had 45 minutes to practice, which is a lot more time than I would have given them, I'm brutally honest. I think if you're going to do a mystery week, you roll the track and then go straight into qualifying. That's what should happen. But Ryan's nice to these people, and he gives them a little bit of a break. But we've got, 12 runners in this evening? That should be right, shouldn't it? Do I have the standings for the current standings? I don't know. They're not the current ones. Ignore me. I've had an absolute nightmare this week. So basically, any of you that don't know, my Black Flag Racing guys all chipped in because basically my laptop. You may have noticed my streams go through periods of choppiness because my laptop is basically 150 years old. And, it's been going well and all that. But anyway, so I've been looking at trying to get a new computer and trying to get the money together, but, it's expensive. Anyway, the Black Flag guys all got together and they chipped in and they all bought me a top spec streaming computer, which is being delivered. So I had a few little niggles with my setup, which I didn't bother doing anything with because I knew the computer was coming and I was going to get it all set up and do the changes then. Of course, what happened is it hasn't been delivered yet because of Brexit. So basically anything being sent from Europe can't get into this country without 19 passports and tax and all sorts. But at the moment we don't actually know where the parcels are. They are on the way to me, but who knows. Plus the raw amount of shit. But the problem is that I had a screen that it was a bit flickery, but it was workable. Anyway, about 3 o'clock this afternoon, it decided to just give up completely. And obviously to do this, I have to operate off 2 screens, one for the game, one for the stream. The only spare TV I had in the house was so big that it could only go on one of the 2 walls I use. And the one I wanted it to go on, it would have stuck out over a doorway. So I've had to switch everything around, which means that most of the time I'm looking at the screen that should have the race on, which has now got the stream on, and vice versa. Plus I've had to rewire it all, and it's been an absolute fucking nightmare. And about 5 o'clock, I nearly went to the shops and bought a packet of fags. And I've been off the fags since the beginning of January. So it was that bad. Hopefully, touch wood now, everything's working. We will soon find out at some point when people say, why aren't you talking, or why can we not see the race? And to be honest, I'm using you guys as guinea pigs because if I fuck up the Porsche Cup, I'm going to get stabbed in the butthole. Well, maybe not quite that drastic, but anyway. So we are we're already a minute late. Get cracking, guys. You've had plenty of time to practice. I wouldn't have given you that much time. Get on with it. So this evening we've got obviously we haven't got a pre-race or a race info screen because I didn't know what a track was until you guys did. Thank you, Daryl, for the graphics at the bottom of the screen. He did those for me. I did bastardise them and change them a little bit for other streams, but thank you very much, Fingers, for doing this little graphic at the bottom. And we've got other new graphics for the rest of the season, which he's also done for me. It proves that he isn't just a useless piece of referee shit. I'm only joking, buddy. I'm only joking. I can say that about you because I know you well enough. Right, so Ryan in the AMG, he's there this evening. Forza Ferrario. Connor in the Haas. Wolsey in the AlphaTauri. Fingers in the McLaren. Twitch Cameron in the Williams. I should probably put the spectator mode on, shouldn't I? That'd be quite useful. Scuba in the Alpine. Dino in the Ferrari. Dono's is back. He's in the Alpine. Harley in the Haas. Not you, dog. Fuck off. Bray Train in the Aston Martin. Ash in the McLaren. I'm the spectator, and Dry Bones Malone is not in a car yet. Get on with it. You need to be in a car. Dino and Bray Train looking pretty ropey on the old connection status, though, I've got to say. This is the first of 2 streams this evening. Coming up after this at midnight tonight is the Hyperi GTC Porsche Cup round number 5. There's one of the Black Flag drivers in Division 3 this evening, and it's drop round week. So once the race is done and the results are sorted out, Presidio Dog, Chris Ball, the organiser of the Porsche Cup, will sort out the points and then implement the drop round. So it'd be interesting to see going into round 6 next week, which will be at Interlagos, just where everyone drops in. But tonight it's all about Euro Tripz F1, and I really need people to start ticking in because it is already 3 minutes late. And I'm going to remind you people that were moaning that I was late or making comments about me falling asleep when I was late to do the roll, because now you fuckers are late. So get on with it. Come on, got shit to do. I'd like to have a little break between this and the Porsche Cup. So it's short qualifying, 18 minutes, 13 laps, and then we'll do a 26 lap race here at Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. Who are we looking at tonight? Well, look, we know Dino's quick in a Ferrari. Can't look past him. Dunners can put in a shift in the Alpine. Forza Ferrario, he absolutely dominated a couple of weeks ago, although has had some technical issues in the last couple of weeks, so that might come into play. Connor, we know that given an opportunity in that Haas, he can do something. Wolsey, certainly, in the AlphaTauri is capable of a result or two. Be interesting to see. Interesting to see who does what. I'll tell you who won't win this race. It won't be Fingers. I do love this shot of Jeddah, to be fair. It is one of the prettier racetracks. Obviously, look, it's not prettier than Monaco, but the racing at Monaco is dog shit. And yeah, I hate Monaco almost as much as I hate Lewis Hamilton, and that's saying something. The thing about Monaco, it's a great race to go to for the experience, but in terms of the actual racing, it's rubbish. Absolute rubbish. It's not a race. It really isn't a race at all. Anyway, hurry up with the qualified. 17 seconds, 16, 15, 14, blah, 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 blah. Looking forward to a good race tonight because it was mystery week, so... the problem is everyone's had 45 minutes to practice, and I thought it would have been so much cooler if nobody had the opportunity to practice, but turn off damage so you could just basically play bumper cars for an evening. That would be something different, wouldn't it? We will do interviews after the race if it works. I'm not entirely sure whether it does. I think the mic is working now. It looks like the audio input's working. I know the video's working. But as for anything beyond that, couldn't tell you. But we will see. So, 13 runners this evening. Anyone looked up in that top, look, I don't know if you can see her, she's up in the top right hand corner wearing the green top with the ginger bloke. He looks like a ginger Mark Zuckerberg, like an older ginger Mark Zuckerberg with his painful ride. Right, who's out of track? Fingers is having a go. Right, there we go. The control's working properly. I do want my map up, to be fair. Cool. So you got your new controller for Forza. That's the main thing. It's a nightmare because, to be fair, I've got a little bit of drift on mine. On the left stick, it drifts downwards quite a lot. But obviously, it's not such a big deal for me because, one, when I do race, I race on a wheel. Two, because I'm slow and it doesn't really matter. But also because really the only thing I use the controller for is navigating menus and changing spectator views, really. But yeah, it can be incredibly frustrating. I remember when I used to play FIFA quite a lot. back in the day. That controller drift used to be such a nightmare, particularly with sort of skill moves and stuff, and you'd find you'd go for a flip flap and pass back to the goalkeeper and crazy shit like that. But yeah, it is what it is. And I've got to say, one thing I will say about the PS5 controller, the PS5 is a great machine, but the controller's a piece of shit. It breaks so easily, and it's crazy expensive to replace. And it's not like you can go and buy like a generic one off Amazon that's going to be any good, because they're even freaking worse. So it is a bit of a disappointment. I mean, I'm on my first PS5, but I'm on my second controller already, and I wouldn't say that I use them significantly. In fact, the fact I use the steering wheel mostly means that it doesn't really. It's certainly the first one certainly didn't have the life it should have done. There was that little charging thing in the top that broke. They design it how they design it. So we are watching Fingers as he comes round. He is about to. Well, he's actually on a hot lap now. That's track limit, surely. Good track, Jeddah, to be fair, and I think they lucked out with one of the better options. And I do apologise for the chopping. It's not like it's a matter of days until that's up, and then the stream will be so good you'll be thinking of it. I'll be happy everything. Those of you who are interested may or may not know, we've had a bit of a massive problem ongoing for a little while. A difficult point but I caught two of them recently at Tripz, and I'm still contemplating to put them little basket hooks and spikes to remind them next to not come in the house anymore. But hopefully that's something. That he can't find that's that guy. Right, okay, so let's have a good look at where everyone's at. Right, so Fingers is the only one that's actually put a lap in so far. 1:31.0. He's on pole at the moment. How long does he stay there? Well, that's a very good question, because I don't think there's going to be a pole position time here at Jeddah. Certainly not at Jeddah anyway, in my opinion. We will see. It could be that he proves me wrong. Who else is out there? Ryan is out there. He's on a hot lap. Ash, Twitch Cameron, Forza Ferrario. Dino's on his out lap. Connor's on a lap scuba. And Dunners as well. Let's have a look at Dunners actually. Where is he on the track right now? I want to find someone who's just started a hot lap. Useful. Nobody by the looks of it. There's Dry Bones Malone coming out on his out lap. See if we can put something decent in that Alfa Romeo. I don't see if anyone's going like super quick at the moment. So Forza Ferrario got pissed off a pole. It's 1:30.6 for him. Is he back to form? That's the question. Dunners 32.7. That's a little bit off Dunners' usual times, I think. I've lost audio. What's going on? It's not good. I think it's still working, but I've lost it in my monitor. I'll tell you why it is though, because I've just unplugged something. It's still going live to you, that's like too worried. Right, I have it back in my ear, there we go. What a pain in the arse. If anyone wants to come around and sort all my wires out, that'd be fantastic. Right, so Ash, 1:30.4, he's on pole. He's joined on the front row by Forza Ferrario. Fingers in third place, row 2, 31.0 for him, 31.3 for Scuba, joins him on row 2. Ryan and Dunners on row 3, 31.4 and a 32.7. Wolsey's still in the pits. He's going to be down in those beers until the very last minute.com. He was drinking beer before I was even thinking about beer today. Saw it on Discord. You can't deny it. You are wankered already, my friend. Wankered already. Cameron putting in a hot lap at the moment. There he is. He's on a hot lap. How hot is it? It's looking pretty darn red though. So maybe not. Dry Bones Malone, how's his times looking? Into sector 2 he goes. We're not getting a colour indication, so he's going. So maybe he's not going very quick at all. What about Dino? Well, Dino's got purple for sector 1. Can he keep purple for sector 2? He is just behind Dry Bones Malone on the track. So he will pick up a little bit of slipstream, but I have a feeling, looking at how slowly Dry Bones Malone is going, that this is going to compromise Dino's lap in terms of pace. He's got his DRS open, but he's already on the back of Dry Bones Malone and not really able to get through. So they're both on a hot lap, and that is a collision. Any way you want to look at it, that was Dino going super quick, catches the back of Dry Bones Malone, and essentially puts him out of qualifying so far. That's a little bit of a shit move, to be fair. Qualifying's qualifying. Make your space on the racetrack or suffer the consequences, I think. But Dino diving into the pits, because obviously that lap dead for him. So it didn't really achieve much, did it? Going super quick, wipes out Dino's chances of wipes out Dry Bones Malone's chances of putting in a decent lap. But can't put a decent lap himself, so basically achieved absolutely nothing. Rather than just floating in behind him, save a bit of fuel and maybe have a blast in another lap. So there we go. So Wolsey, Cameron, Dry Bones Malone, Dino, Bray Train, Connor and Harley all still need to put in a hot lap. We are halfway through qualifying here at Jeddah, and so far pole is going to McLaren. We've got McLaren on the first and second row at the moment. Still half the, in fact over half the lobby still to set a hot lap. There is Connor. He's on a hot lap now, or about to start one, or is he about to finish one actually? So he's about to finish one. He's going to cross the line with that DRS open. That is not a hot lap because he hasn't set anything. So maybe he's got one to do now. Who's starting one? Come on, someone's got to be starting a hot lap, surely. He's on an out lap. He's in the pits. He's on an out lap. Bray Train's in the pits. Connor is, well, that's looking like a hot lap. That's green, so that's quick for him. It's not the quickest of the day, though. That's purple, though. That's a good solid lap from purple, that. So far on pole. Can he keep it that way? Rounds into sector 2. He has got, I think he's Wolsey, a couple of corners ahead. But Wolsey is also on a hot lap, so shouldn't be a problem. Into the DRS detection. Doesn't really matter here. You get it anyway. Bang! Wing open. Off he goes. He heads on up to the end of this DRS zone. And there's two here, but they're both relatively short. Sorry, 3 DRS zones, but they're both relatively short, should I say. They don't give you huge amounts of boost time. But you never know how it works out, though. Rounds that big turn at the bottom, heads on up the road, and he's flat out now to the line for Connor. What does he give us as a lap? Crosses the line, and that is second row, 130.6. So couldn't maintain purple throughout the whole lap. Is this Dino now coming round to complete a hot lap? That'll be his out lap just being finished. Who else is out there? Here's Dunners. Dunners has done a 132.7. Is he going to improve this time round, or is he on an out lap at the moment? I think this is a hot lap by the looks of it. DRS is open. Heads down towards the line. This is not an improvement. Not an improvement. I want lap data. So, front row's changed. Action Ryan on the front row, 30.4, 30.6. Literally 100th of a second difference is for the Ferrari. He heads up to row 2 with Connor just behind him. Literally, there are 5,000ths of a second between them two. Sorry, no, they're not. Yeah, there is. 5,000ths of a second. Fingers heads up row 3, 31.0. 3 tenths back is Scuba. with a 31-3. It's almost 4 tenths back, to be fair. Wolsey 31-4 for him. That's row 4, with Dullars for company on a 32-7. Cameron with a 33-0. Got some significant work to do to improve upon that. There is very little time left here in qualifying to put in a nice solid lap. So 5 minutes left. You've basically got 2 hot lap opportunities left. I would take them if I were you. And Dino does just that and is almost a second and a half quicker than anybody else. So going very, very good guns in that Ferrari. That's a 128.7, and that is a very, very hot lap here in Jeddah. Just Dry Bones Malone, Bray Train, and Harley left to set a hot lap. But at the moment, Dino in action, front row, Ryan and Forza on row 2, Connor Dullars, row 3, Fingers, who is currently out on a hot lap, and Scuba are on row 4. Row 5 is Wolsey and Cameron. Row 6 is Dry Bones Malone and the Bray Train, and Harley at the back of the pack, because those 3, Dry Bones Malone, Bray Train and Harley, haven't yet set a lap, and Harley's going back into the pits to fiddle with his car. Dry Bones Malone looking hot right now. Didn't see what his sector times were, but I can tell you, looking at that, with a 190, 120 already, it's not going to be super duper quick. Round that final turn, back on that power, heading towards the line. This is going to be somewhere around, he's probably going to be where he is now. In fact, yeah, he is. That's a 134.0. That's a second slower than Cameron at the moment. Bray Train's also on a hot lap. He crosses the line. That is a 130.6. That's row 2 for Bray Train. Knocking Forza down, knocking Connor down. Dullars is retired from this session. Fingers down to 8th, Scuba down to 9th. Wolsey clinging on to the top 10 for dear life. And Harley still not set a lap. And I'll tell you what, if you're going to be this brave to stay in the pits and not set a lap, you better, when you come out and finally set one, it better be absolutely fucking crazy good. That's all I've got to say. So just 13 runners this evening. It's a bit like talking about a GT7 game, isn't it? With their low numbers and all that. Just sipping on the sparkling water, because I am properly metrosexual. So Dino on pole, 28.9. Ash does improve. That's a 129.8 for him. So 2 sub 30 laps. Forza improves. That's a 130.4. Fingers improves with 130.6. Ryan 130.6, just 4 hundredths slower than Fingers, and 5 thousandths of a second, 6 thousandths of a second separate Bray Train, 7 in fact. Separate Bray Train and Ryan. Connor is another, what's that, 8 thousandths of a second behind Bray Train. Dunners is settled for the 130.7. Scuba 131.3. Wolsey with a 31.4. Cameron with a 33.0. Dry Bones Malone with a 34.0. As an Alpine just dives out in front of Dry Bones Malone there. Harley, the only driver not to set a time, and this is last ditch effort. This needs to be the lap of his life. But Dino, he's on an out lap. He's looking to improve. Don't really think he needs to in a minute. He's 1.1 seconds faster than anybody else. Forza happy with his 130.4. He feels that third place is going to be difficult to challenge. He's happy with row 2. I think, you know, based on his pace, it's not a bad shout. He's not going to have technical issues to mess with him today. So hopefully we might actually see a repeat of what was it, Zandvoort, where he was just so far ahead it was ridiculous. Absolutely dominated that race like a boss. Not so great last week, but you know, is what it is. The irony is he actually dominated Zandvoort and came into GT Champions, and his controller issues came to bear, and he ended up having to quit that race. And let's all laugh at fools. I'm joking. Only joking, Bobby. Right, so Harley, he's the only one that hasn't set a lap yet. He's on his out lap now. There's 1 minute 4 seconds left. Plenty of time to reach the start-finish line as he just creeps around on this out lap. He wants to make sure that he's got a decent enough gap because ahead of him is that's actually ahead of him. So he wants to make sure there's plenty of space and he doesn't come upon him and not in a Valentine's kind of way. Right, so this is where he needs to get hammered down. We'll go on board with Harley to see how quickly he goes. So he starts his lap. DRS is open. You can see the rear ring of that Haas on the wing, and it's open. He heads into turn 1. This left-hander is an S here. Left and right. Then you've got this sweeping left-hander at full pace before you head down to another left-right combo. Left and right S's, and again on the power, and it sweeps again round at full speed to the left-hand side, then to the right again. It's almost like copy and paste. Being the left-hander, and then full-on power right until you get to this big 180 down to third gear. Well, fourth gear. I'll do that instead. Heads back onto the power. You've got a big right-hander coming up here. Got to be really careful. Make sure you don't hit track limits there. Then on to the left hand. That is a stricken car on the side of the road. Doesn't really affect Harley though. He's on that power again, heading down towards the end of section 2. Is it purple? Is it fuck? He's not going to be on pole by the looks of things at this place unless he pulls out the sector 3 from the gods. And this is the big run down to the final corner. This big left-hander that takes you back to the stadium section and the start-finish straight. And there's all my adoring fans on the right-hand side waving at the commentary box and completely this Harley going past. And he puts himself on the second row. So not super shabby. So Dino in the pits, he's on pole. That's a 1:28.7. Hatch is joining him on the front row, 29.8. A 29.9 from Harley. Good solid lap from him. Forza Ferrario in fourth, 1:30.4. On row 3, that's Fingers with 1:30.6, and he's joined by Ryan with just 0.04 of a second difference between them. 7 thousandths separate him and Braychain. Braychain, however, still can go quick, still can put in a faster lap. Connor has settled for 1:30.6, 8th place. Dunners and Scuba, row 5, 30.7, 31.3. Woolsey, he has finished. That's a 31.4. Cameron, 33.0. And Dry Bones Balloon with a 1:34.0 brings up the rear. And that, folks, is your grid for this evening. This is Euro Tripz F1, week 7. And this is the free week. This is mystery track week. We rolled, when I say we rolled, no one, they didn't fuck all. They basically sat there and moaned that I was late. I rolled a track for them, and this is what we got. We got Jeddah. Bit of an anti-climax, really. We should have done it in like we should have rolled all the settings as well as separate things. So rolled people cars, rolled people settings, done it on realistic. That would have been much more fun. And then literally gone straight into the race, not given them a chance to practice. But there we go. Dino from Australia heads out the pack. He's on pole position. Ash F1 from the world. He's in McLaren. He is on the front row alongside him. Harley from Great Britain in the Haas. He's third with Forza Ferrario from Scotland just behind him on row 2. Row 3 is Fingers. He's from Surrey. Ryan, who's also from England, but he's got the world flag up there. He's in the Mercedes. He's in 6th place. Braytrain from Australia in the Aston Martin. Connor in the Haas in 8th. Then it's Dunners in the Alpine with his teammate Scuba, both from Great Britain. They are both in the Alpine, then 9th and 10th. Wolsey from England in the Alpha Tauri in 11th. Cameron from Great Britain in the Williams is 12th. And from the United States of America, fuck yeah, it's Dry Bones Malone in the Alfa Romeo. And they're your 13th 18 runners this evening here at Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. Well, it's not actually Jeddah. We're all sitting in our little cosy little houses. I'm in Herb Towers, coming you live from the ones and twos. Yeah, whatever. So, just waiting for everyone to kick in. I do apologise for the choppiness. You know, I think my laptop knows it's being replaced, so it's been playing up even more over the last few days. The fact I've had to move everything as well didn't help, but you know, shit happens. Suck it up, people. Suck it up. It's what it is. Right, well, there are 13 people in the lobby. There are only 8 people watching me. I'm hoping that there's people not in the lobby watching, but it's probably just you fuckers. If it is just you fuckers, then why are there 5 of you not listening to me instead of just racing? Right, be careful into turn 1. Don't be a knob. Don't ruin your race and other people's. Back off if you have to. There's always going to be an opportunity to overtake. Unless it's Dino you're chasing, then you're probably not going to overtake him. Just let him go. Because he is crazy, crazy quick. The only way you're beating Dino is if he goes into a wall and dies. Because if he doesn't die, he'll get out of the car and just run. Right, here we go. Formation lap ensues. And Dino gets the Ferrari out. And turn 1 does come up very, very quickly. Turn 1 and turn 2. And you need to be so careful going into there. Particularly with 13 cars all going in there at pace. Yeah, just take it easy. There your pit stop strategy is soft and medium or medium and hards. I don't know why you want medium and hards if you want soft and medium. But again, safety cars are always going to be the things that come into play and make the good decisions for you. So it is Dino leading us out on pole position. He's joined on the front row by Ash F1. Harley in the Haas. He will head up the road 2. And we'll have Forza Ferrari over in Scotland in the Williams just behind him. Fingers, who only has 2 of those on each hand because he was born freak. Heads up 03 alongside Ryan in 1995. And that was the year that he bought Ray Train from Australia. Sorry, I can't help it. I need to do this. Stop with the children. Ray Train in the Aston Martin. He is on lane 4. He's got Connor for company in the Haas. And there's Dunners, the current LNR champion, who has not really been driving like a champion in anything else since. Methinks he burned himself out. He is in the Alpine. He is in 9th place, joined by his teammate Scooter in 10th. Wolsey in the AlphaTauri. Who the fuck is playing that crazy arse? Wolsey in the AlphaTauri. He's on Budweiser number 12 and will probably crash. There is Cameron taking his time in 12th. And Drybones Malone in the Alpha, slotting in like he's always belonged there. We will go on board with Ryan, I think. Yeah, let's go on board with Ryan for the start. And let's see if anyone manages to make it into turn 1 without dying. We haven't got time. So here we go. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5 lights. They go out and away we go. And everyone looks to be away pretty well. Good start there from that's an Alpine in the back with a really good start into turn 1. Anyone crashing? Looks good to me. Everyone seems to be through without a hitch. That's a good door. There was a car stand sideways there, but we are through and safe, and we can move on. Congratulations, everybody. Dino, of course, in the lead, gets away well. Harley just behind him, 3 tenths behind, trying to hang on for dear life. Forza makes his way up to 3rd place. That is Ash dropping down the order like a stone. So they might have started out quite safely, but Ash now running in 13th place. Unlucky for some? Yeah, it's fucking unlucky for you, my friend. And Wolsey down in 12th. He's not running too well either. Let's have a quick look at position change. So Dino, no change for him, he's in the lead. Harley, Forza, both move up as Ash drops in 11 places to Plum last. Connor with a 4-place game, up to 4th. Fingers started 5th, is 5th. Ryan started 6th, is 6th. Cameron with a 5-place game. Really, really good run from him from the start. Dunner's up a place into 8th. Apparently there was no difference between his time and Cameron's time. And that's because he's just made the overtake. There's a little bit of a crash there. Who was that? That's all going horribly wrong. There's lots of dead cars. Fastest lap from Dino. How have we not ended up with a safety car there? There was bits of carbon fibre everywhere. But Cameron in the pits, Scuba in the pits, Bray Train just recovering 13 place he is, and I'm sure he'll be coming in soon too. No, he doesn't. He does stay out. So Axe stays out, but he lost a lot of places there. So that went off a little bit, didn't it? Dino in the lead of this race, 0.4 of a second. He's up from Harley, who's taking the an alternative route around this track. Has decided he doesn't like the track that they've drawn out for him and wants to draw one for himself. Forza running in 3rd. He has got the other halves. Connor making a move. Can Connor make that move stick? He's up the inside. He's up into 3rd. Forza drops down to 4th, and Connor up 5 places now. He's on a massive, massive charge on those soft compound tyres. So Dino started on these softs. He is leading this race from Harley. Also on those soft compound tyres. 0.4 of the difference. Forza Ferrario. He is in 3rd place. And what happened to the massive charge? Because everything's changed again. But Forza in 3rd place. He's gained 1 place. He's up to 3rd. Fingers up to 4th place. He's gained a place. 3.7 seconds through there. Ryan, he is just about 2nd back. 1 place gained for him. Connor, 2 places gained for him. Virtual safety car at the moment to sort out all the issues. Shouldn't overtake a bit of the virtualising. So Dino goes in. Connor goes in. Harley opts to stay out. Wolsey gains 5 places. He's going to stay out, I think. He is indeed. So virtual safety car, DRS enabled. So those pits, how much it affects as well. Dino is down to 8th place. Connor still in the pits. Road Train still in the pits. Spooner going in 12th. Twitch Cameron in 13th place. The drive over low gained 6 places. He's 7th position. Power on the setup. So Harley is in the lead of this race. Dino having gone in under the virtual safety car. Bit of it didn't really work out too well because it kind of the wrong kind of moment to go in because the VSC didn't last long enough to justify being in the pits. But you know, is what it is. You get on with it. Shit happens. Forza Ferrario, he's running in 2nd place. 4.5 seconds back though already. A nice big solid gap for Harley. Fingers just losing out to Ryan. Ryan makes that move on Fingers up into 3rd place. Who would have thought we'd see these two running in 3rd and 4th this early in the race? Well, I didn't think Fingers would. I thought Ryan might, but there we go. But Fingers with his DRS open. He's going to make the move. Is he going to take 3rd place back? Could this be a first podium for Fingers in this competition? Could it be a first podium for him in any online league racing? And congratulations if it is. But laugh out loud in your face if it's not. Ryan in 4th place. Lost that place, but he did gain back into 4th. Dunner's in 5th place. He is just 8 back. So at the moment, Harley just absolutely dominant. 5 seconds clear of Fingers and Forza is 3 seconds clear of Fingers. And that's Ryan dropping down the middle. What happened? He's made a mistake. Something's gone wrong. He's down to 7th place. So Fingers gets a reprieve. He's got Dunners 1.2 seconds behind him. Those top 5, all the big gainers. Harley gains 2, Forza gains 2, Fingers gains 2, Dunners with a 5th place gain, and Wolsey with a 6th place gain. Forza down. Oh, Forza! That's Forza facing the wrong way. You can't park that there, son. He drops down now to 7th place. Loses 3 places. And Wolsey, big winner. And we now have a safety car because Connor is gone. He is an ex-Connor. He is a was Connor. He is no longer Connor. He is just a whiff of the old Connor. He's the man in his pit box, in the back of his garage, kicking some shit around and having a little whine up about the fact that he did not finish. Dino, there he is running in 5th. 4 places lost him. He was the pole sitter. He jumped into pits under virtual safety car and didn't prove to be the wisest decision. But with the safety car taking everyone else in, he does go back into the lead of this race. So it hasn't worked out too badly for the Aussie. Chuck another shrimp on the barbie, my friend, because I'm staying for some more first place shenanigans. There we go. Then we've got Harley running in 2nd. That he comes back out in 2nd anyway. He was first when he went in. Fingers still in that top 3. You can hear the shock in my voice. I'm almost speechless. Dunner's running in 4th. Wolsey in 5th. There's Ryan running in 6th place. Forza Ferrario. He lost 3 places. He was facing the wrong direction. That will do that to you. Running in 7th. Dry Bones Malone is in 8th place. Ash is in 9th. Twitch Cameron XD means that he used to have a dick and now he doesn't. Sorry about that. Sorry. Yeah, I can imagine that's what's happened. It can't be as bad as the day that I was racing and my chair broke underneath me. And the 3 people in front of me ended up into a wall where I crashed into them. And there was me like a fucking turtle lying on the back of my feet in the air, screaming down the fucking mic for someone to help me because I was stuck in a fucking broken chair. But anyway, Brain Train is in 11th place. Scuba in 12th. We're still on the safety car. Everyone's going to bunch up a little bit. It will get racy again. Dino's made his way back to the front of the pack. Can he stay there this time, or will he make another issue with stopping the wrong time? We are on lap 5 of 13 here at Jeddah. Not to be confused with Jedi. This track cannot control his mind, and it does know that there's a version. So we're just waiting for this beautiful AMG Mercedes safety car. Much better looking. Much better car to drive as well. To dive into the pits, and then we can continue with some racing around here. It's been pretty decent so far. It's good appetite. There's been a couple of little crashes. There's been some shenanigans, but it's not been too bad actually. It was alright to turn 1. And usually here at turn 1 it's like Monza. My son in the set to help me with a technical issue. So I'll go silent because I'm seeking technical support from the professional IT person. And you would have thought Birdie was a professional IT person would get IT, but the fact is that he uses stuff to fuck off and we have to Google it because he's a lazy shit. That's why I charge him so much rent. Tino leads the way from Harley, then from Fingers. Dunners, Wolsey, Ryan ran out top 6. It is then Forza, Drabones Malone. Ash, Cameron, Bray Train, Scuba, and Connor is picking up pieces of his broken gaming chair and trying to fix them as we speak. Bear with me. Okay, I might actually get some technical support in about an hour. He's currently raiding in World of Warcraft, and he's in an hour to fix my technical issue. He says he's going to fix technical issue. That's basically what I speak for. I'll probably fucking forget. Anyway, moving on. We are back racing again. Dino in the lead. He leads by just 1/10 of a second from Harley. And there is Harley crawling all over the back of the Aussie's car. Can he stick with him? Can he make a move on him? Well, Dino's a hard man to beat. He's very, very quick. There's no two ways about it. Anyone that watches any of the GC sort of stuff will know that Dino is essentially, he's the Euro Tripz Kevin. And Kevin's our computer. Well, he races us, but he's a Porsche tester. He's also special forces. And basically just beats everyone. It's soul destroyed for every race character. This guy wins everything. But Harley is proving that sometimes others can be quick. And he's closing on the back of Dino. Can he make a move on him? That's the big, big thing here. So Dino leads at the moment. But Harley is absolutely on top of this. Remember, Harley left it very, very late to stick in a hot lap. Put himself onto the second row. That was bravery. That was someone that knows Jeddah well. And someone prepared to put it out there. And here we go, round the outside. Can Dino defend? No, he can't. There's nothing he can do to stop him. And he will have the inside line though, under braking. The old switcheroo. There's the old switcheroo. Does he make it work? It looks like Harley's going to have a really good run down now across the line. The DRS will open. Oh, that was a bit of a dodgy move there from Dino. It looked to me like Dino put Harley towards the wall there. Harley did a very good job avoiding any damage there. But if Dino doesn't get a penalty for that, then there is something horribly wrong. That was a definite attempt to stop Harley getting through by forcing him towards the wall. That is the sort of thing that little prick Lewis Hamilton would do. Absolutely disgusting behaviour. I'll be happy to stand corrected if someone proves from their own stream that was a lag issue or something, but I saw what I fucking saw, man. I saw what I saw. So, come on Harley, chase him down. Dunner's running in third place. He's gained 6 places in this race, doing very well in the Alpine, but already 4 seconds back from those leaders, Dino and Harley. Fingers just 1 second back. Needs to close up a little bit and try and get himself some DRS. At the moment, he's under significant pressure from Woolsey in the AlphaTauri. Does Woolsey make this move stick? They are side by side, and Woolsey got the inside line. Woolsey makes the overtake. He's up into the top 4, relegating Fingers down to 5th position. What tyres are they running? Let's have a look at tyres. So, Dunner's on the soft compound tyres. Dino and Harley now are on the mediums. Woolsey on the medium, Fingers on the hards. So he's looking at going quite long. Forza, there he is running in 6th place. He's on the medium tyres. And we've lost Cameron. So Cameron talking about how Connor's gaming chair's getting thrown across the room. And right now, Cameron is doing exactly the same thing. He's going to pick up his gaming chair and chuck it across the room. He is out of this race and we're back with another safety car. Down to 11. We are down to 11. Just making a little change to some settings. So it was actually a retirement from Colin, not a fatal crash. So yeah, I was going to say. To be fair, you didn't really need to clarify that, Connor. I kind of got the fact you meant rear, because there's not many F1 cars that have a red wing or a red wing. I suppose they do have a red wing. A Ferrari has a red wing. So it's an AlphaTauri. Anyway, talking of Ferraris, they don't have a red wing, it's a black wing. No, they do have a red wing. Well, they do this. Drive Malone, he has a red wing. In the Alpha Romeo. I say AlphaTauri, you know what I mean. Yeah, no, you're right, Cameron, it probably would be. But let's face it, it's not the first time. Right, come on, Harley. We need Harley. We need Harley to make a move on Dino. After Dino's shitty little move trying to put him in the wall when he was going to overtake him and start finish straights, which I will apologise for at this moment if he could tell me, please, that on his screen it's not right. Because that's what I think. But until then, I'm going to coat him off and yeah, it's easy to ask for forgiveness and permission. So we are at 9 of 13. We've lost Cameron, we've lost Connor. They didn't really need to quit, they just wanted to spend some time with me. That's the truth. And I feel very loved. That's not going to touch me. I will get a restraint. Dino leads from Harley. Dunners in third with Wolsey in fourth place. Forza Ferrario in fifth. He's on the medium compound tyres. Not been Zandvoort paced today, but is there or thereabouts. Ash F1, who is running in second, wants but not been able to reach at the kind of pace later in the race. Dry Bones Malone from the United States up into seventh. Bray Train from Australia in that Aston Martin. He's running in eighth. He's got Fingers just behind him, who was at one stage in the top three, and I nearly didn't believe my own eyes and nearly had to take my own eyes out with a spoon because it just wasn't to be believed. But what is the story? Three. Scuba just behind him, and then Ryan at the back of the pack on the hard compound tyres, which is going to run to the end of this race. Quite why you put hard compound tyres on to do 4 laps. I don't know, unless of course he hasn't stopped yet. So that doesn't make sense. If he hadn't stopped yet, let's have a check. No, he had stopped, so he'd already run the required compounds. So I don't know quite why he's made that decision, but is what it is. So, are we back underway yet? Of course we're not. We're still under safety car here at Jeddah. I'm waiting for safety car 2. Cameron, do not pull out the feature race. Stay in the feature race because it's much more interesting for the stream if you do take people out. So yeah, stay with it. And to be fair, you weren't the first one to retire from the first race here, so can't be that bad. And Dino, despite being the quickest man on the track, has spun. And listen, mate, I've already told you this before. Mate, you can't park that there. So you're now last. 1.6 seconds back. There is only a couple of laps to go. Harley leads the way and absolutely deserves it after Dino's dip move, trying to take him out when he was trying to overtake him. Dunners up into second. Wolsey running in third. That's not bad for someone who started drinking Budweiser at 4 o'clock. Forza Ferrario running up in the top 4. And there's Ash. He did start on second on the front row. Got his way back up to 5th, but not enough. I don't think to finish higher. Dry Bones Malone up into the top 6. Good run from him, but he does have a penalty to serve. The lead Australian driver, Bray Train, to 1 second already behind Dry Bones Malone. He's got Fingers crawling all over him, and not in a good way either. Fingers on those soft compound tyres, and he's feeling his way through, trying to find any little gap to make his way through, but not able to do so. Backs off just a little bit, and it is. I mean, Jeddah's a really difficult racetrack, I would say, because it's so far, and then when you've got the corners, they're just upon each other, one after the other, and a very, very narrow track with street circuit. But Fingers doing what he can. Dino's made his way back up to 9th place, 1.1 seconds from the back of Fingers, but still a lot of work for him to do after spinning straight after the safety car. Scuba in 10th place. He is all over the back of Dino. And Dino puts his car on the wall, and it's bye-bye Dino. And that is what he tried to do to Harley, and he ended up putting himself in the wall. Absolutely brilliant. I can assure you, Cameron, it's going to Discord and YouTube. It's not going on OnlyFans just yet. Absolutely not going to happen unless you're prepared to start feeling your feet first. So yeah, just take your shoes off, take your socks off, put the camera on your feet. People can just they can send me some money, and I will stream pictures of your feet touching the pedals on OnlyFans. So we'll do the commentary up this end, and we'll do your feet down the other end. How about that? So Harley leads the way. He is just under 1 second clear of Dunners, but Dunners on those soft compound tyres. Still a lap left. He can, with a bit of pace, catch up to the back of Harley. But Harley's been pretty decent today. My dog's been, Harley, you've got to stop being in the lead, buddy, because the problem is my dog's called Harley, usually very well. And she keeps looking at me, and it's creepy. Really creepy. Dunners running in second as Wolsey in third. Can Wolsey make a move? DRS enabled for this last lap. This is lap 13. Final lap. We've lost Dino. We've lost Cameron. We've lost Connor. Dino put his car into a wall. He spun and put his car into a wall after the... Cameron, you do realise I was talking about it for Instagram. If you send me pictures of your feet, I will literally move house and call the police. Forza Ferrario is half a second up behind... half a second up from Ash. Ash just can't make that move. He's getting a bit closer, but having started on the front row, you would have thought he'd be further up. He is trying to make a move though on Forza. Can the Scottish driver keep him at bay? At the moment, it doesn't look like it. Ash is making the moves. We're on the last lap though, and a very little time for anyone to improve their position. Harley leads from Wolsey. Dunners from Forza Ferrari. Ash trying to make the move, can't make it happen. Bray Trade, the lead Australian driver, in 6th place. Scuba just behind in 7th. And then we've got Fingers. Those two both on soft compound tyres, but not making them work. There's some distance back. Ryan in 9th place. And Dry Bones Malone in the Alfa Romeo. He's the Alfa Romeo, not the Alfa Romeo. 4.5 seconds back on the medium tyres. And here we are. Here's Harley round that last corner. He's going to take the win here. And quite comfortably wins from Dunners. Great win there for the Haas driver. So Wolsey, one Dunners, Wolsey takes second. Forza takes third. Ash up to fourth. Dunners must have had a problem that last lap, missed that. Finished in 5th. Bray Trade will come home in 6th. Scuba 7th. Fingers in 8th. And then some other people finished in some other places. But Harley, well deserved. I don't know what we're looking at Harley's car. That Haas out in front. Driver of the day, Wolsey. I've got to say, Wolsey, you drink a lot more on a Friday than you do on a Tuesday, and you drive a lot better on a Friday than you do on a Tuesday. I'm not saying there's something in it, and I'm not suggesting you should go out and get in your car and go to the shops now, but give us some thought, buddy, yeah? So Harley wins this race. Thoroughly deserved. It's been looking good all day. Came out very brave with the qualifying. Left it last week, got gone. Stuck himself in the second row. And he's been faultless this race. And, yeah, absolutely deserves it. Could have gone horribly wrong, though, when Dino tried to put him into a wall to prevent the overtake. It could have been bits of Harley all over the track. But instead of just bits of the shunt. That's such a made for Saudi Arabia. It'd be bits of like sparkling juice all over the track. That's race 1 done. Do you know what we should do now? We should roll another track. Ryan, should we run another track? I think we should roll another track for the feature race. No practice, everyone just jumps in. Come on, what do you reckon? I'll do it now. I will set it up right now. And we'll roll another track for the feature race. I could hear 13 people going, no! So there's your final rundown anyway. I was hoping I was going to get a yes, let's do that. Harley from Wolsey. The Williams driver Forza from Action in the McLaren. Dunners in the Alpine. Lost out on that last lap. Bray Train in the Aston Martin. Scuba for Alpine in 7th. Fingers in McLaren. followed by Ryan in the Mercedes AMG Petronas. Dry Bones Malone in the Alfa Romeo was the final finisher. Then Dino put his car into a wall. Bits of Dino everywhere. Cameron in the Williams, who's a DNF, as is Connor. Connor was a goner in the Haas. That's your 13 drivers. That's where they all ended up. Done and dusted. We move on. Yeah, that's right. Fingers I will do it, but obviously I can't do it without. I need Ryan to approve it. There's no point in rolling it unless you're actually going to do it. And Cameron, no, I can't. The funny thing is I probably would given the challenge, but I can't because I've had to move my screens around, and now my streaming screen is in front of my wheel, and my gaming screen is on the other side. Usually it's the other way around, but I've had to, with my technical problems, I've had to change things around. So I genuinely actually can't race, and I can't use a pad. Don't even think about asking me to use a pad. I did try for about half an hour earlier and realised that since I'm using a wheel for the last 12 months, I cannot use a pad. Ryan's in roll. All right, give me a sec. I will do it. Be right back. Let me set it up. You ready, bitches? We've got a wheel. We've got a wheel, and we're going to roll it. You've got to do this track now, right? You've got to do this track. You ready? Let's have a go. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is the feature race this evening? The feature race is Zandvoort. Have some of that. Set it up, boys. Let's get on with it. No practice. Let's get into Zandvoort. I bet Falls was punching the air. He's well happy with that. He did really well there the other day. So there we go. That's what we got. Get on with it. Do it. Do it. Do it immediately. Absolutely no excuse. If I don't see that change in a minute, I'm going to cut off the stream and I'm going to start another one where I character assassinate each one of you individually. I'm going to make up rumours about you, and I'm going to send pictures of you with children to the police. To be fair, I'm really, really overestimating my own Photoshop abilities. But fuck it, I'll have a go. This is normally where I go for a smoke, but I was like, I don't see the room changing. I don't see the room changing. Oh, was it? Oh, of course it was. It was Portimao. Sorry, mate. You're right, it was Portimao. The problem is, I do so many fucking streams now, I forget who does fucking what. Oh yeah, so it don't really matter then. So basically you're going to be shit, is what you're saying. That's basically what you're saying, Forza, is that, yeah. You were really good at Portimao. You weren't that good at Netherlands, so you're going to be shit at Zandvoort. Oh, it feels really weird, right? Because I've been streaming for some time now, and I've had my little kind of position and the way I sit and everything's set up, and everything's on the opposite side, and I genuinely feel like something's missing. And I feel like I've done. To be fair, I'm always fucking something up. But I feel like I've done something wrong. It's weird. It's absolutely weird. I'm actually surprised it's gone relatively well so far. There we go. He is a bit of a. Have we lost some? Have the people quit? Have we got like just 7 people left? What's occurring, man? What's occurring? Oh, everyone's quitting, man. Sucks to be you. Why is everyone quitting? Are you racing in GTC tonight, Forza? Because I haven't seen you for a while. Are you back this evening? I'm gonna have a look, see if you ticked it. That'd be one way to do, wouldn't it? I could have just waited for you to answer, but I didn't. It is very, very slow today. What is going on? I can't find the thingy. Looking in the wrong place, probably. I knew invites, that would make sense. You can agree I'm just his side home. he's only with you. He's only with you for the feet, right? If you weren't for the feet, you wouldn't bother. That's what I've been told, anyway. Oh, okay, that would make sense. You're in the GCC World Championship though, in a World Cup, yeah. Tell you what I do want to look at while we're waiting for everything to get sorted and new invites to go out. I should probably turn off my Do Not Disturb, shouldn't I? Because I can't get a new invite if I've still got that on. There we go. Bye then. Left me on my own. You've got size 13 shoes. Are you Peter Crouch? You must be like 9'12". Size 13 shoes. Fuck me, man. You have to special order them from somewhere. You have like a team of Chinese people making shoes for you. Similar size to a footlong from Subway. Is that when you get your shoes? Just go, I'd like an Italian BMT and make them in leather. Oh, there we go. That'd be useful. Let's accept the invite. Oh, sorry. Let's join you all then, shall we? It's good how this is so professional, isn't it? 6'3", that's not that big. To be fair, they're quite big feet. But when you're only 3 inches taller than me, but your feet are through. Well, no, 2 sizes big actually. You need Indians. What? Oh, hello. That was really poor, the accent, wasn't it? No, I don't want to leave. If you guys are bored tomorrow and you are on GT7 and you fancy spending 2 hours driving around Suzuka, we've got a couple of spaces left for our round 1 of our Staying Power Endurance Series, which starts tomorrow. It's a 10 race series around lots of different tracks in lots of different cars. Tomorrow it's the GR3 cars. Any GR3 car you like around Suzuka, Staying Power Endurance, it is called. It emulates 24 hours, so that over that 2 hour period you will have day and night full 24-hour experience. The races will be Suzuka, Spa 24-hour circuit, St. Croix, Bathurst, Kyoto, Fuji, Alsace Village, Watkins Glen, Monza, Trial Mountain, Daytona, and then we finish with a double points race, GR1, racing around the Circuit de la Sarthe at Le Mans. Absolutely looking forward to that. That will only be 60 minutes to final race, but it is double bubble points, that one. Looking forward to all of these. So actually, I say it's 10 events. I lied. It's 12. But it's only 12 because the last three essentially on the Trial Mountain, Daytona and Le Mans is 3 hours worth of racing, but 3 1-hour races on the final day, which will be the 29th of April. But it starts this weekend, this Saturday, the 18th of Feb. There may actually be a break in there because I have not counted when working it out for the GT Fusion Championships, which actually start in March. Yeah, seriously, get involved, mate. If you can drive a bit, it's not going to be totally shit. And let's be fair, people that are quite good here are better on GT7 than they think. Actually, what we find is that people from GT7 struggle coming over here. Going the other way seems to be a bit easier. It's harder to drive it. The thing is, as well, on GT7, you're not likely to. Well, but you can't. You can damage your car and have to pit to repair it, but you can't DNF from damaging your car, which is always a good thing. No, it's worth it. And to be fair, they do have a laugh on comms as well, boys. Really good laugh on comms, particularly on a Saturday because everyone just takes a piss out of each other, mainly. I think Fingers will attest to what it's like being on comms with our boys. Everyone will get the shit ripped out of them, and yeah. In fact, to be fair, they'll probably let you off on week 1. It won't happen forever though. But no, seriously, I think we've got 5 places left. So if you're interested, jump on to. I'll put a link in the. Actually, I'll stick a link up here for you for Sim League Pro. Jump on to Sim League Pro. I'll do it right now for you. How about this? Hang on, hold the line caller. Go there and sign up. That'll get you involved, and I'll send you. I'll put a Discord link up on the. If I'll do that now, could I? Well, actually, if you go onto Sim League Pro, our Discord links there. Click on the Discord, join our Discord. Any other information you need will be right there for you. Be good to have you in. Yeah, get involved, man. Get involved. And you know, if you do find you enjoy GT7, we have a number of people competing in World Championships of many different levels. You know, they're not all super quick. Particularly in GT Fusion. GT Fusion has over 400 drivers from Prima racing in the top divisions right down to people like us racing, you know, down Division H, Division J, all that kind of thing. But that's once every couple of months, and it's you know, 6 races a year in that one, and it's a really cool World Championship. And we usually get on stream somewhere around between 400 and 500 people on each stream for that one. That's very popular. It's actually the oldest GT Gran Turismo Championship. In fact, they were doing Gran Turismo online tournaments before Gran Turismo did online racing. They used to have kind of outside service to do it and stuff. So yeah, if you want to get involved with us on GT7, please do. Right, so here we go. I can't believe they actually went for it. I cannot believe they actually went for my suggestion of changing the track and getting involved in this shit. Good fun, love it. And racing's always cool like this. And if you like this kind of racing, actually, and going back to GT7, of course, we start in not this Monday, the following Monday. We do the gauntlet, where essentially the car class, the track, even the actual race settings get rolled right at the beginning of the race, and it's none of this 45 minutes of practice points, is that we open up a room with a track and with whatever car you want. It will get randomised on the stream, and then the lobby will then be set up to those settings, and the race will start. Or actually qualify to stop, and the race will start. And then there is nothing you can do you've got no chance to practice, no chance to think about it. You've just basically got to get on with it. And that's it's a little tester season, a little 6-race tester season to see how that all pans out. Right, so for some unknown reason, Fingers managed to get himself disqualified from a formation lap. It takes a special kind of nutter to get disqualified from a formation lap. But Dry Bones Malone leads everyone out. Is on pole, having finished in 10th place. Ryan will join him on that front row. With Fingers and Scuba on row 2. Bray Train and Dunners will be on row 3. Ash and Ferrari on row 4. I should have the later Forza Ferrari. Wolsey and Harley on the front row, of course, because they were first and second. Dino, who crashed out, Connor, who DNF'd, and Cameron, who DNF'd as well, bring up the rear. They can only improve. That's all that I can really say about that. We will start on board with Dunners again. He's liking 6th, isn't he? He's liking 6th. Not a bad place to start. So here we go, everyone lining up. I think that's Cameron just getting lined up in that. Gotta say, I do like these Mercedes-Benz. Just can't wait to see this crash. Okay, here we go. That's 2, 3, 4. That's 5 lights. They'll go out, and what'll happen? We are away. And a good start from everybody. A very good start from Dunners. That was Scuba just. I don't know what happened to Scuba there, whether that was some kind of failure of some sort, but just skewed off to one side, into the wall, and died. Just like that. Gone. Dead. Finished. He's an ex-Scuba. Scuba is no more. And that, is that a full safety or a virtual safety? That's the question. That's a virtual safety car. Usually is this early in the race. So Ryan lucks out, takes the lead. Fingers up to 2nd place. Fingers in the top 3 twice in 2 races. Have I died and woken up in an alternate universe? I think I may have done. Dunners up into the top 3. Oh, that's a great start from Dunners, man. What a start that was. So it is 36 laps at Zandvoort. 2 stopper for me, I think is the fastest rate. Really, really tricky track this. And talking of Dutchman, I do have there's a spin there from Ryan, and he is dropping down the order, and you can't park that there, man. You cannot park that there. Dunners into the lead of this race. Harley makes the move. Harley takes the lead. Or does he? Does he hold off Dunners? Yes, he does. And we're on to lap 2, and Harley has made his way to the front and taken the lead of this race already. That is some moves. I tell you what, that is very, very good moves to get himself up there. What a brilliant, brilliant performance from Harley to get himself into the lead of this race. Dino into the pits to do some repairs. Dunners in 2nd place. Bray Train running in 3rd in the Alfa Romeo. Not Alfa Romeo. It's the Aston Martin, of course it is. Ash in 4th place. Connor running in 5th. He's on the medium compound tyre. Fingers on the soft compound. Dropped down to 6th. That's a big loss. And he's under significant pressure from Cameron. Can Cameron put the frighteners on him? He's on the medium compound tyres. Just had to back off there. Didn't have the traction to make the move on the McLaren. There is Forza. He's also on those medium compound tyres in that Williams racing car. Wolsey. He is there in the Alpha Tauris on the medium tyres. Dry Bones Malone also on the mediums in the Alfa Romeo. That is a lot of places lost for Dry Bones Malone. He started on pole. Fingers dropping more places. Just struggling to keep that car on the road, despite being on the grippiest tyres. Scuba is out of this race. We saw Scuba just disappearing off to the left-hand side into a wall. The funeral details will be announced shortly. Dino, fastest first sector. I think he's putting the fastest lap of the race, but he's already 23 seconds behind. But this is the 36 lap race. Plenty of racing to go. So Harley leads the way. Currently holds the fastest lap of the race. Who was that? That's Ash out of this race. Listen, mate, you can't park that there, son. I've told you. You can't park that there. Is that another safety car? Yes, it is. And we've got Axe out of the race now as well. So Dino's made up another place, and he hasn't actually had to do any work so far, apart from going to the pits, of course. So Axe out of the race, and another safety car for all. The race is busted again. We will slow down, and we think about our life choices, and wonder why this time on Friday night we are sitting in front of a computer screen playing pretend racing games and not out in the pub talking to our friends. So Harley goes into the pits to get rid of the medium compound tyre. What is the tyre choice here? Is it straight onto the hard ones? Because it's very well known that Harley likes it hard. Dunners takes the lead of this race. He's on the soft compound tyre. You would have thought those running the softs would have dived in under this safety car to make a change, but apparently not. Actually, before we, I don't want to go too much about pit strategy, right? But if you want to see strategic genius in F1, watch the Smoking Pirelli's broadcast from yesterday, because there was a safety car not far from the end of the race, and a couple of cars dived in and put on intermediate tyres despite the fact that it was completely dry. I mean, completely dry. And I questioned it. I said, no, one car went in and then a couple followed, was what actually happened. And I questioned it and I thought it was madness. And I was talking about how they must have been touched by, a crazy or something like that. And maybe they were seeing something. I didn't, because obviously the problem is you don't get weather information. Anyway, the safety car went on and on and on. And then it went from not raining and being completely dry to absolutely fucking pissing it down. And the guy that put on the intermediates first went from finishing in the top 10 to winning the race. Other people behind then kind of reacted, but by then it was too late. And it was strategic genius, absolute brilliance. Almost as good. In fact, nothing against Dunners was going to win the race. We're watching him now. And it was better than Dunners during the rain, putting on soft tyres 2 laps before anyone else and winning a few weeks back. It was absolutely, it was a thing of beauty to watch, because he literally just glided through the field like nobody else was there. It was brilliant, utterly brilliant. Right, so back to today's race. Behind the safety car yet again. Here we are at Zandvoort. It is Dunners from Braytrain, Connor from Cameron, Fingers from Wolsey, Drabons Malone from Ryan, Harley from Forza Ferrario, and Dino brings up the rear in 11th place, and we've lost rumour has it that he is the background sound for a drum and bass band. That's the lobby. That might not be true. And Scuba we lost literally at the start because he mistook going straight forward to the left. Okay, so here we go. Safety car is in. This is lap 5 of 36 here in the Netherlands. We will move around the right, around this sweeping right-hand turn. Dunners in the lead from Braytrain. let's go on board. Let's have a look actually with... So, Bro Train and Connor, they're going at it. Will Connor make the move? He does. Does he keep it? He's on the outside, and surely not. And there is Fingers going for a very brave move around the outside. He actually loses a place to Cameron. Cameron up into 4th place. Connor does make the move on Bro Train, up into 2nd. Dunner's on those soft compound tyres. He's in the lead. He probably should have got rid of them, but I've already learnt now not to question people's strategies because I ain't got a fucking clue. And there's Bro Train and Cameron duking it out. Oh, there's a big hit, and Cameron does what Cameron does, which is basically turn up, drive for a few laps, put a car into the wall, and then get his massive, disgusting feet out and show them to weirdos on the internet. And that's what's just happened again. What can I say? It's an affliction. So, is that a safety car? No, it's not. Dunner stays out. He's in the lead, half a second clear of Connor. Connor is 1.5 seconds ahead of Bro Train, running in 3rd, the lead Australian driver. He's ahead of Woolsey by 9/10 of a second. Woolsey will be looking to try and close that gap as quickly as possible. Woolsey running, of course, on those soft compound tyres, needs to get there working. He is closing that gap. Forza Ferrario on the... Sorry, he's on the soft compounds. He's making a move on Woolsey. He's up the inside. He's got the inside line. He's got the outside line. Does he have the inside line here? No, he has the outside line. But he will have the inside line here until he doesn't. Can't make the switcheroo. Can't make it here. But he is getting ever closer to making that move on Woolsey. And there is a Bro Train facing the wrong way. You can't park that there, son. That's a big spin from Bro Train. Dunners leads this race still. We've seen a lot of spin. So Cameron out. He's back to photographing his feet. Yeah, excuses, mate. We all know the real reason is because you've discovered that you can sell pictures of your disgustingly oversized toes on OnlyFans, and you would rather be doing that on a Friday evening. All credit to you, mate. All credit to you. So Dunners leads the way. He's 1 second clear now of Connor. He's on the soft compound tyre, so we'll have to stop sooner. But 1:15.1 in the Alpine is a pretty decent lap time. We're on lap 8 of 36. And for those of you that are really good at math, will know that's not half that. Woolsey running in 3rd place. He's got Forza behind him. He's not running in 3rd anymore. He is broken. That's a broken AlphaTauri. There is no front wing left on that car. He's going to have to try and nurse this home as Dino moves up into the top 6, moving around the broken AlphaTauri of Woolsey. So Dunner's still leading from Connor. Harley up into 3rd. Forza Ferrari into 5th. Dry Bones Malone. He's running in 5th place with Dino in 6th. Woolsey with no front wing. And he's got a long way to get that car back to replace that. Running in 7th place. 8th place is Bro Train. He is 2.7 seconds back, but it won't be by the time we get to the end of this lap. Fingers is 20.8 seconds back. I have a feeling he has been into the pits. Indeed, he has, as has Ryan. They've changed out their tyres. Fingers puts on the soft. Ryan puts on the hard compound tyres. But Bro Train closing very quickly on the back of Woolsey because Woolsey has to repair that car. So Forza makes the move on Harley up into 3rd, but it's not a done job just yet. It is now. He does make a count. He's on those soft tyres, so he will be looking pretty darn racy at this stage of the race. But Harley not giving it up. Harley's sticking with him, but in those faster corners, just struggling a little bit for grip on those hard compound tyres. Dunner's leading the way, despite Connor being, I say only on the mediums. To be fair, I should remember whose car's what, but it doesn't really fucking matter, does it? Let's be fair. It doesn't really matter when it's all the same. No one really notices. But anyway, to be fair, that's why you crashed, because you were in a Mercedes, and when you don't start on pole, you're basically like Lewis Hamilton. If you don't start on pole, you can't win a race. You might as well just crash. Dino makes the move on dry bones Malone up into 5th. So trying to rescue his race after that big spin early doors. Cost himself the race in race number 1. Is struggling now in race number 2. But back up into the top 5. And we are only 10 laps into this 36 lap race. And this is Mystery Week with Euro Tripz. I came on at 8 o'clock, halfway through eating my dinner, just to please these bunch of reprobates, to roll them a track. And I rolled them Jeddah. And I kind of had the thought that they shouldn't have time to practice and we should roll another track just for the feature race, which is what I did. And this is what they got. They got Zandvoort. And so far, Cameron is loving the idea because he's basically got to just watch the stream and not actually do much racing. Scuba got to do even less racing. Scuba essentially just turned left when the race started, ploughed into a wall and has gone for a... and to be fair, gone to fill up a sample jar, all that stuff. Axe also gone for this race, and they're the 3 we've lost. Drybones Malone in 6th, Bray Train in 7th, Ryan running in 8th place, Wolsey 20.7 seconds back in 9th, and Fingers is stopped again. It's 4.1 seconds back, and the way he's going will probably finish sometime on Tuesday afternoon. Just being lapped now by the leaders, and there is one of them. That is Connor. He leads from Dunners, although on the soft compound tyre. I shouldn't drink soft compound, but Connor is leading from Dunners on the soft compound tyres, but yet he's out to Connor there. Forza Ferrario running in 3rd place. He's about to lap Fingers as well. I don't think the car... I'm not a big fan of ghosting out the cars being lapped. They don't do it on GT7. They don't do it on Assetto Corsa. They don't do it on iRacing. I don't understand why here they do it. It's part... Getting past lap cars is part of racing. It's a massive part of racing. And I don't understand why, you'd leave damage in. You leave engine failures in. You leave kind of tyre failures in, and you take out one of the most fundamental parts of racing, which is lapping slower cars. But listen, I'm not a programmer. Maybe they just can't do it. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're just too stupid. I almost feel like that's laid down a challenge, but I kind of feel they're also going to make things worse for me as a spectator. Right, so Connor leads away from Forza, does it into the pits to make his first change, coming off of those soft compound tyres. Forza is still running on those softs. He has done not many on that actually, because he's already had a stop. And he's done 8 laps on those tyres. He had to stop after 4 laps because of some damage. During the safety car, he did that. So he's done 8 laps on those soft tyres. We'll probably have a couple more before we need to think about pitting. 2.7 seconds is the gap to the leader. 1 second of gap behind to Harley, who's under some pressure now from the Flying Aussie. He is now the lead Australian driver. Dino 420 fam. We know what Dino's been doing. He's not been drinking, he's been smoking. But he's driving very, very well. 0.3 of a second back from Harley. Harley finished the winner in the first race here. Hopefully can hold for... I shouldn't be so biased. The shenanigans of that race are over. So let's just move on. Dino moves up into 3rd. Good overtake from him in the Fezzer ahead of the Haas. I'm losing the voice. 2 streams. So Harley back in 4th. Dry Bones Malone still running up in that top 5 in the Alfa Romeo. He's 9 seconds back now from Harley, but a good 4 seconds ahead of Bray Train. So they have spread out really, really quickly here at Zandvoort and really opened up. Wolsey way at the back, done 3 laps on those hard compound tyres, and he's ghosted out, but that's because he has got the charging Bray Train on. that Brake Train? It is Brake Train, isn't it? Let me just check. No, it's not. It's not Brake Train. Who's chasing down Woolsey? I know it was Brake Train. Yeah, so Woolsey in 10th place, 13 seconds back from Fingers, who's 26 seconds behind Ryan. He's 34 seconds behind Dunners. Dunners 2.7 behind Brake Train in the Aston Martin. He is 4.4 seconds behind Drive Malone, who's 9.6. Got 13 laps on those medium tyres. That's Brake Train and Connor. Behind Harley, and that's Harley into the wall. No front wing. So Harley into the wall. No front wing. Going to have to pit this lap. Goes well against the strategy there. Well against the strategy because only done 10 laps on those hard compound tyres. But we'll have to come in now and get a new front wing. Forza Ferrario, 10 laps on those soft compound tyres, running in 3rd place. Behind Dino, who's on a massive charge. 3.4 seconds behind Connor, but chasing him down like his life depends upon it. Now, bear in mind that Dino has been in the pits. Connor has not. So Connor running in the Haas, in the lead, and that gap is coming down very, very quickly. Forza Ferrari not far off the back of Dino. Can he make a move on him? He's already had the move made on him, but he's on the soft compound tyre. And we know he's no slouch. And we just see them both peeling off into the pits because of, obviously, the safety car. So why have we got a safety car? Because we haven't lost anyone new. Who got stricken to bring about a safety car scenario? So Connor and Dino, Harley, Forza, Drive Malone, Brake Train. They all go in. Dunners goes in. Ryan stays out, but he's 3.5 days behind everyone else. So I mean, I could walk to the back of the pack faster than he's going right now. Fingers 10 seconds back, 18.7 seconds back to Woolsey. We've lost Cameron. We always lose Cameron. It's one of those things. He loves spending time with me so much and getting his feet out and showing me the wheels that he just basically comes in, drives a couple of laps and then fucks off. Action's also lost, and Scuba, who loves turning left, was very surprised to find that when you start a race, turning left isn't always the first thing you need to do. But we're here, lap 15 or 36 at Zandvoort. This is mystery week for Euro Tripz. Give me 1 second, my daughter's just shoved something in my face. That's 30 seconds of a laugh I'll never get back. My daughter went swimming today and she thought that what I really wanted to do while commentating this was to sniff the chlorine. She forgot the fact that I'm actually allergic to chlorine.
You never told me.
Never asked. But there we go. Anyway, Connor leads the way, half a second up from Dino. They're stuck behind the AMG safety car. Forza Ferrari in 3rd. Harley in 4th, Brake Train in 5th, Drive Malone in 6th place. Harley, you've got a new fan, because you're named after our dog, of course. Dunners in 7th, Ryan in 8th, Fingers in 9th. They all get a chance to close up the gap a little bit. Woolsey in 10th. We've lost Cameron, Ash, and Scuba from this race already. Scuba managed to do 0 laps. Ash managed to do 2, and Cameron managed 5, which for Cameron is probably a record. Well, you say hards are bad here, but a lot of people are using them. Connor, Dino, Forza, Brake Train, Dry Bones, Fingers and Woolsey, all on the hard compound tyres. We'll see how they work out. I mean, to be fair, they haven't got much grip in them anywhere, but It's quite a slippy track, Zandvoort, anyway. So, you know, if you're going to go for the less slippy tyre, you have to kind of expect that at some stage it's going to go wrong. But we are stuck behind a safety car. Laps 16 and 36, 20 laps remaining. As they're stuck behind a safety car, back surely. We are still stuck behind a safety car, but it is in this lap, finally. Lap 17 of 36 here at Circuit Zandvoort. This is Euro Tripz Formula 1. This is Friday evening. This is the week 7 3-week mystery track. Turned out to be 2 mystery tracks. We had a short race at Jeddah. We've now got the feature race here at Circuit Zandvoort, where Connor leads the way. Forza Ferrari takes second place. Was that before the restart though? That's a big question. Well, there's a penalty right there, which would suggest that's actually the case. Harley in third place has got a really, really good run on the back of Forza. Can he make the move? Forza on this hard compound tyre. Can he make that move? He's just stuck behind, but Forza getting a little bit squirrely through the first few turns. We know that the hard compound tyres here don't have the greatest of grip, but yes, we have gone green. Woolsey is why is he so far back after so long on a safety car? That's a really good question, Andy. He was right, and that might be because he's ghosty. Heading with his fingers, 9.1 seconds back to Dino. Dino is crawling on the back of Dunners, who's trying to make a move on Ryan. That's a great move, Randy outside from Dino. Can he make it stick? Hell yes he can. He's now on the back of Dry Bones below. He is on a bit of a charge, but Dunners comes back at him, makes a move into the braking zone. He doesn't have the inside line, he can't make it stick. So Dino does just stay ahead, and he's now making that move on Dry Bones below. Connor leads from Forza Ferrari. Harley in third, Bray Trader in fourth. Here is Dino trying to make that move on the American driver, on the Dry Bones, the Dry Bones below. Who is the Dry Bones below? I don't know of any others. And that is a brilliant, brilliant move from Dunners. He changes his line, moves up into 7th place, takes that place from Dino. And now he is putting the Triders on Dry Bones below. He's going for the old switcheroo. Doesn't work there. We've got a yellow flag. Yellow flag gone. Overtake again. And there's Dino making the move back again. These two are properly going at it like a couple of gladiators. Not that there's anyone in Holland that can fight. All of them are a big bunch of seriously, I'm really only joking. One of our biggest sponsors is Dutch, or it is a Dutch company. There we go. So Dino up into 5th. Drum overload, hold off Dunners, but not for long. Dunners carries on. He's up into 6th place. Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. When, a large majority of the Black Flag Racing team are Dutch. And our biggest sponsor is Dutch. And I would take this place. Fully take this place. Right, so anyway, where are we? There is Connor in the lead of this race. DRS is now enabled. Half a second back is Forza Ferrario in 2nd place. He's got that DRS now on Connor. Can he make it work? Brake Train already out of the DRS zone, 2.1 seconds back. With Ryan crawling all over him in the Mercedes-Benz. Can he make that Mercedes work and get around him? He's looking up the inside, doesn't have an opportunity there. Is there an opportunity as he comes into sector 2? Certainly not these next couple of corners. You would be a very brave man to try and make the overtake here. But there is an opportunity when you do this left-hander. You can make the old switcheroo, although he's a little bit slow coming out there. You can get the switcheroo right and get on the power quick enough. Well, I thought about it, but he didn't freaking do it, did he? There's Dunners. I thought Dunners was going to make that move on Ryan then, but just backed out. And he had to back out because we have another safety car. This time it's only a virtual one. Won't last for long, but it's a safety car all the same, and the race is negated. And we wait with bated breath. We're on lap 20 of 36 here. This is mystery week for Euro Trip Formula 1. We have raced at Jeddah. We are now at Circuit Zandvoort. We lost Cameron, we lost Ash, and we lost Scuba very early on. DRS is now enabled. The VSC is done. We continue on. Does the battle continue on? How's Ryan looking on the back of Brake Train? Because he's on the medium combat tyre, so he should be making those softer tyres work. Dino jumps into the pits. He's only done a lap on those medium tyres, so it would suggest to me that he has got some damage. Or is that just one lap because he's been in the pits and done one lap including the pits? Who knows? But he has got 6.8 seconds to make up on the back of fingers before he can even start thinking about moving through the order. So Connor leads in the halves from Forza Ferrari. Brake Train 2.8 seconds back with Ryan, Dunners, or Harley, and then Dunners on the back of him. So Harley making that move on Dunners up to 5th place. Can he recreate his win at Jeddah and pick up another win here at Zandvoort and give himself some nice juicy points going into the break next week? And we do have a break next week, Friday. We will not be racing here with the Euro Trips. So if anyone from Euro Trips is bored next week, we are going to get drunk and drive with beer juice, driving with the Black Country GT riders, where we basically just we start out sober, we finish out drunk, and we just drive until it's kind of a Friday night. Dunners running in 6th, Dry Bones Malone in 7th, Fingers in 8th place. Dino having picked is in 9th. Not sure if those tyres will run to the end of this race, in all honesty. Wolsey running in 10th place, and he is so far back. I think the buds have kicked in. He was doing all right when it was when we were in Jeddah, but I think he's gone on to Bud 13, Bud 14, and it's all going horribly now for Wolsey. Connor's not got it all his own way. He's not pulling away. Him and Forza are really kind of fighting each other here. And Forza just trying to make that move up the inside. Does he take the lead of this race? Not quite. But there is a lot of pressure on the back of Connor now to try and keep this Forza at bay. Can he do it? Forza in the Williams Racing up against Connor in the halves. He's got the inside line. Forza makes a move. Forza takes the lead. Then Connor regains the lead briefly until Forza slots in and says, "This is mine. I am the leader." And then after Fingers fucking crashes again. What a knob. There's Fingers sideways. And Dino out of this race as well. For someone that was looking to dominate his championship, Dino does laugh like to crash his car a lot. And we're under full safety car. We're down to just 8 runners. And Wolsey will basically finish comfortably inside the top 10 by virtue of literally just not crashing. And you've got to admire that kind of dedication to your craft. Yeah, that's all there is to say to it. Is Wolsey will finish in the top 10 because he just didn't crash. That's kind of the move that I'm going for in every race I do. Is that I don't finish last because everybody else crashes. Obviously in GT7 So Forza in the pits, Connor in the pits, Bray Train in, Ryan in, Harley in, Dana's in, Dry Bones Malone in, Wolsey. What's he going to do? We'll find out in about 3 days when he finally gets there. To be fair, the safety car will be over by the time Wolsey gets there. So Connor will come out, soft compound tyres. Do they do 12 laps? That's the question. There's going to be 3 or 4 laps under safety car, so you're not going to be putting huge loads through the tyres. They can probably look after them enough to get them to the point where you can push. So Connor on the softs, Bray Train on the softs. Forza's got a different tack. He's got mediums. Thing is, Forza's good. There's no 2 ways about it. And maybe he feels that on the medium compound tyres, he can push harder for longer. And we all know how a lady loves when you can push harder for longer. Ryan on the soft compound tyre, Harley on the mediums, Dunners on the mediums. Dry Bones Malone is on the softs, and Wolsey is still on those hard compound tyres, and he hasn't pit during the safety car. But he's already far enough back and probably doesn't want to finish any further back than he already is. So who have we lost in this race? We've lost Scuba, we've lost Ashk, we've lost Cameron, we've lost Fingers, we've lost Dino. I wonder if Fingers is trying to jump in and have let's have a look on the Discord and see if he's trying to jump in and have a little chat with us. He did that last time he crashed. He might do that again. Sorry, computer's going really slow. So Dino's a little one-up on Discord. He can't really talk about driving standards when we saw him try and plough Harley into a wall. How about people in glass houses and stones, mate, yeah? How about that? Let me say something, shall I? Yeah, I don't know. I think Softs is pretty brave. I think you're right here. Harley Softs is brave. But saying that, if you're under the safety car for a significant amount of time, it doesn't really matter. Okay. I did want to check before you were trying to talk to me, and I just hadn't it must be a pain in the arse racing in the same room with the children. But, you know, it's what it is. Sucked balls, don't it? You need a bigger house. You need a bigger house. Yeah, Harley, you're right. I think Softs is brave, but if the safety car stays out until lap 27, the Softs are in a much better position. But I do think those on the mediums, although they might initially lose out, so I think Forza, yourself, Dunners, I think you'll initially lose out, especially because safety cars coming in now. So they're going to have to do 11 laps on those soft tyres. Yeah, you know, they're going to pull away a little bit initially. Let them do it, I would say. Let them do it. You will eventually catch them up. Because their tyres will go off, or they'll have to pit one or the other. So, here we go, safety car coming in. He's going forward with Forza. He's on the medium tyres. So what we should see is Connor and Bray Train pull away. We should also see Ryan behind making a big challenge. Connor becomes the safety car. Connor gets his foot down, catches everyone sleeping. Bray Train already 1.1 seconds behind. Forza not quite so slow. He's going to make the move up the inside. He makes the move on Brake Train. He says, bye-bye, Australian. I'm Scottish, which makes me British, which means we put you there, which means you are a Masters. And he puts the colonist back in his place. So Connor in the lead. Ford Ferrari in second. Brake Train back in third. Ryan on those soft compound tyres, trying to push on. If Forza can make his way into first place here on those medium tyres and then just relax, tell you what, he's going to be in a really good position. Ryan in fourth. Dunner's running in fifth. He's on the medium tyres. He's going to come good towards the end, as will Harley in sixth place. Drabons Malone, 4/10 back on the soft compound tyres. He's still 1.5 minutes ahead of Woolsey. There's not much to say really. Woolsey's just doing his thing. How long is his penalty? Just out of interest. 5 seconds. That's really going to impact on that time. And just for the record, let's not show that's irony. 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife is fucking bollocks. But it's not fucking irony. Getting a 5-second penalty when you're already 1 minute 36 seconds. That's irony. Connor leads the way. 1.4 seconds clear. And he's going to need to pull a gap because towards the end of this race, those soft compound tyres are going to go off and it's going to make it very difficult. But at the moment, it's going to be, and to be fair, it's going to be a Haas washout today if Connor can win this race. Harley wins race number 1 at Jeddah. Connor leading at the moment in the other Haas at Zandvoort. And this will be, if he wins it, it will be a Haas lockout. Still a lot of work to do to make that happen though. Let's be very, very fair about that. It's going to be under significant pressure from Forza towards the end of this race when those tyres do come good. And things change again because the virtual safety car allows those on the soft compound tyres to just stop the degradation. They don't have to put the loads through those tyres anymore. They can back off just while the VSC is there, which will help them. It might only be a little bit of a lapse difference, but it can make all the difference when you're not putting loads through those soft tyres. Of course, it's helping those with mediums too, but less grip in those mediums, of course. Does Forza get caught out by Connor this time? We saw Brake Train get caught out, and that's why Forza was able to take second place. But is he going to be just as alert when the virtual safety car ends and Connor puts his foot down? We're going to wait for the VSC to end. DRS label VSC ends. Connor puts his foot down. Forza puts his foot down. He's closing on the back of Connor. Remember, one's on mediums, one's on softs. So Connor's going to have the better traction out the corners. So it's going to be about entry speed for Forza. If he can get a better entry speed, a better line through there, he might just be able to make that move. It's all about closing up on these sections here. And here he goes, he's getting closer. Half a second is the difference. That's all it is. And that half a second becomes 4/10 of a second. That 4/10 can quite easily become 3/10. But he's not quite close enough. When you get in that dirty air, it can be very, very difficult to make the move you want to make. And he's not too fast right now. He might be half a second back, but he knows the car in front of him is on soft compound tyre. You can see the red marks on some of the tyres. You don't need to hide it. Brake Train behind him, he's putting some pressure on, or will try to at least, if he can shake off Ryan, who's going to make that move around the inside. No, it doesn't happen. Backs off. Can he be like two trailer park girls and make it around the outside? No, he can't. So he just tucks in and waits for the opportunity. Ryan on the softs. Brake Train on the softs. Forza on the mediums. Connor on the softs. We go one car back. That's Stunners. He's still within that DRS zone. He's on the medium compound tyres. Harley is well out of this. 3.2 seconds back. You would have expected Harley to be further up the order here, bearing in mind how well he did at Jeddah. He was on a bit of a roll today, but not working out so well here at Zandvoort. Drabons Malone 25 seconds back. I'm sorry I keep doing that accent. There's no justifiable reason. And Harley retires from this race as the Dry Bones Malone takes the polystyrene along with his front wing and splatter it across the racetrack for all to see. And Harley is retired from this race. Did he crash? And the answer to that question is hell yeah, he did, because he is stopped in the middle of the track. Do we get to see the stricken car of Harley? Yes, we do. Guess what, Harley? You can't park that there, mate. But it's still going to be a while before Wolsey gets there. Harley is in the Wolsey. Oh, it was shockingly bad. It was shockingly bad, but absolutely worth it. Connor leads the way. That 30 or 36. Just this and 6 more laps remaining of this race here at Zandvoort. Forza Ferrari is 3/10 back, starting to put that pressure on the race leader. More important now for the Haas team that Connor brings his car home. Now his teammate is in the Wolsey and having an early bath. And we're talking Wolsey, still not caught him up. Forza looking for a way through. I think it's all going to be all about patience at this stage. Although he's got a very good exit. He's in that slipstream. He makes the move. He's got the DRS. He's up the inside. And Forza takes the lead. How long can he hold it? Because he won't have the inside line coming into the next turn. But he'll have it now. But he'll lose it again. And Connor just holding on. Does not want to give this up. And rightly so. He's got the soft compound tyre. So some corners he's going to be better. Others he's going to suffer. But I think this is what Forza needs to do at this stage. Is push Connor hard. Make Connor push those tyres hard. Take the grip out of those tyres. While Forza himself not going too crazy. And making sure he's got some grip left at the end. So that when the tyres of Connor start to go off. Start to be very, very difficult. That he can make that move at the end and quite easily make it step. No, you, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care whether you make it 9% or 90%. If you don't finish the race, you shouldn't get any points. Full stop. Full stop. No finish, no points. Suck it up, buttercup. Simple as. That's the sort of action running race leagues for a while and just is tired of bullshit. Or everyone's shit. So Connor still leads the way. He's got Forza all over the back of him. This is pushing all the way to the wire. Lap 32 of 36 at Circuit Zandvoort. This is Euro Tripz 3-week mystery track time. At 8 o'clock, I jumped on here halfway through my dinner just to appease these bellends and roll them Jeddah. They got Jeddah, they did that as their short track race straight from qualifying. And Harley won that race. We're down to just 7 runners here though now. We finished Jeddah. I suggested we roll a new track. Everyone thought it was a good idea. Of course it was a good idea. I had it. Forza makes his way into the lead of this race, of course. Ahead of Connor. We knew it was going to happen. Now it has. So yes, I made the suggestion. We rolled again. We got Zandvoort. They raced Zandvoort. And we've lost Harley. We've lost Dino. We've lost Fingers. We've lost Cameron. We've lost Ash. And we've lost Scuba from this race. We have just 7 runners left. Forza Ferrari takes the lead on the medium compound tyres. Connor behind's got 3 laps left to do on those soft compounds. Is there enough grip to keep him in the mix here? Does Dunners, 1.8 seconds currently behind Braytrain. Does the grip that those mediums still have usurp the grip that those softs are starting to lose on the Australian Braytrain's car? Ryan Black in 5th. He's on the soft compound tyres, but 40 seconds back from Dunners. New softs for him. He is ahead of Dry Bones Malone, 5.3 seconds. Wolsey, though, credit to him. Do you know what? I don't know how to put it. Is that he would struggle as shit on GT7 because when you run at the back on GT7 and you don't have damage on, you basically everyone just disappears on the fucking road. But what Wolsey does is he just doesn't fucking crash. He just doesn't fucking crash. He'll drive slowly and not crash and guarantee himself decent points. He's going to finish 7th by virtue of just not crashing. And you've got to admire that kind of dedication to your craft. Especially considering that he was drinking Budweisers long before anybody was thinking about racing. So there's your race leader. Now he's got ahead. He is 1.3 seconds clear. He dominated, I said he dominated here last time out. He didn't, he dominated at Portimao. But now we can talk about him dominating Zandvoort, because that is what he has done. Dem's the brakes, Harley. Dem's the brakes. I offered to roll again. In fact, I think you guys are lucky you got to even practice for 45 minutes. I think if you're rolling the track before the race, you just get on with it. So, yeah, suck out my cup. You deserve to win the race number 1, and you should have stayed on the track here and won race number 2. Fastest lap from Ryan. It'd be as fast as you fucking like, but you're 5th, mate. He will get the fastest lap point, of course, being in 5th. But Forza leading the way, 1.9 seconds clear of Connor. He is 2.8 ahead of Bray Train. 2.1 ahead of Dunners. Can Dunners start to close that now? We're into the penultimate lap. Lap 35 and 36 here at Circuit Zandvoort in the Netherlands. Who's that in the pits? Connor into the pits with a lap to go. Will come out ahead of Ryan. Will he catch Dunners? I don't think so. I think he's too far back. I think he's not going to finish in the top 3. And I think he should have probably, when he put on some medium compound tyres. And Harley called it. He did call it. He said, soft, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, before he put his car into the wall. Yeah. That's why you soft, mate, because you don't crash. I think everyone's got their bogey track. I think everyone's got their this is me going purple track. And everyone's got their bogey track. Monaco would not have been better than Netherlands. Monaco isn't better than being gang raped in the face. There you go. Said it. I've laid it out there and it's fact. Forza leads the way now, 5.7 seconds clear of Bray Train. It would take a fucking miracle not to win this race. Bray Train, good running from him though. Usually the Australian you see up this end of the field is Dino. Dino tried to put Harley in a wall in race number 1. That didn't work out too well. Harley won that race. Dino then got some magical karma and crashed in this race. And then threw his toys out of pram and a bit whingy about driving standards. Glass houses, mate. Glass houses. Dunners in 3rd place, 2.9 seconds back on the medium tyres. If Bray Train is struggling on those tyres now, it doesn't look like Dunners doing anything to capitalise on it. Connor running in 4th, 10.2. Ryan, 24.4. Driver's Malone, 23.1. But again, credit where it's due, right? Is that it's all good being quick. But being quick means nothing if you don't finish. And Driver's Malone, Wolsey, Ryan, they might be back in 5th, 6th and 7th, but they're finishing the race. And Forza is showboating a little bit. Does this fuck up? How funny if he fucked that up? That was really fucking gross. Bray Train nearly nicked that. And Forza nearly looked like an absolute fucking mug. What up, Forza? But squeaky bum time there. I bet you didn't expect it to be quite as close as it was. Connor comes home in 4th place. Ryan comes home in 5th. Drummo's Malone 6th. Wolsey will come home in 7th. 1 lap behind. But Forza, you cannot tell me you're not going, shit, that was closer than I expected it to be. But yeah, thank you for showboating. Just for the purposes of others' entertainment. It's something we love more than anything in the world. So, despite me claiming that Forza Ferrari was very dominant here a couple of weeks ago, he wasn't. But he was dominant here today and won this race. I know it says 0.3 of a second, He had enough time to do a spin and nearly lose first by showboating. Yeah, great finish from him. So Forza wins from Bray Train. Dunners comes in third, another solid top three for Dunners, who are just master. But there we have it. I don't know. It makes good entertainment. To be fair, I can turn that into a YouTube short and get a couple of hundred views out of that. So probably not. Well done to him. He picked the most pedo of all the child faces he could have picked, of course. But there we go. There's your top three. Great race day. 7 did finish at Zandvoort. But when you roll the wheel, sometimes it's a bit more fun. Do you know what? To be fair, it's great stuff. When people spin at the end like that, it's great stuff. It's funny enough because I've been talking to them about merch. The season last time merch, but people buy it, they want to buy it. And they were offering flip-flops, and it's not something I would normally do, but there's a race we had about 4 months ago where Avalon, one of our senior drivers, was running comfortably in the top 3, but was driving in flip-flops, and it was on the Nürburgring GP track. And he came around the last bend and got his flip-flop caught underneath his brake pedal and ended up facing backwards towards the line. And as the people were streaming past him and he was losing places, he realised that in order to turn round and cross the line, he'd lose more. So reversed back across the line, those flip-flops. So I've actually had some special Black Flag Racing TV flip-flops designed for him. No, Forza, I'm joking, buddy. I'm joking, man. It was literally a wind-up. I knew you were young. It's literally a wind-up. Anyway, moving on. Forza wins, and I'll tell you what, it's a great race from him again. Bray Train, then from Dunners, Connor, Ryan, driver his name, Wolsey, Harley, Dino, Fingers, Cameron, Ashk, and Scuba. There you're 13. That's the order they finished in. There was only 7 actual finishers, though. But great race. So we move on. That's it. Mystery Week is over. We have a break next week. So we will see you in 2 weeks' time here for Euro Tripz Formula 1. Coming up in about half an hour. 35 minutes. That's a long break I've got. Before we move on to the Porsche Cup, the High Prix GT Champions Porsche Cup, round number 5 at Autopolis in the Porsche 911 on GT7. So whatever you're doing, do it safely, have fun. I don't give a fuck if you got yourself or not. Yeah, laters. Listen, if you want to, join me. If you don't. I'm not doing any reviews because only 7 people finished. Can't be bothered. And plus, I don't think it's working. So anyway, I've been Open Pirate. This has been Black Flag Racing TV. Yeah, latest balance.